Saudi Arabia, guardian of the two holy mosques, a center of Islamic education and its contributions to the world.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. When people hear the name Saudi Arabia, they immediately think of Mecca and Medina, the two holiest cities in Islam. Yet beyond that, Saudi Arabia is also one of the most influential countries in the Muslim world and on the global stage. Unfortunately, much of the information circulating today focuses only on negative narratives, often accompanied by accusations and misconceptions. As a result, many people are unaware of the significant contributions Saudi Arabia has made to the Muslim Ummah and to the world. This video is not intended to glorify any country or government. As Muslims, we are commanded to be just, to acknowledge goodness wherever it exists, and to remain objective. Allah, the Most High, says, "O you who believe, stand firmly for Allah as witnesses in justice. Do not let the hatred of a people prevent you from being just. Be just. That is nearer to righteousness." Quran chapter 5, verse 8. Guardian of the two holy mosques. Saudi Arabia's greatest honor is its responsibility to serve as the guardian of Mecca and Medina, home to Al-Masjid Al-Haram and Al-Masjid An-Nabawi. Every year, millions of Muslims from every corner of the globe travel to perform Hajj and Umrah. To serve these pilgrims, Saudi Arabia has continuously expanded the Grand Mosque and the Prophet's Mosque, built high-speed railways, highways, hospitals, modern transportation systems, advanced security infrastructure, and cutting-edge technologies to make worship safer and more convenient. These projects require enormous financial resources and year-round management. A global center of Islamic and modern education, Saudi Arabia has long been recognized as one of the world's leading centers of Islamic education. Institutions such as the Islamic University of Medina, Al-Qura University, King Saud University, and King Abdulaziz University have educated thousands of scholars, academics, physicians, engineers, scientists, and professionals from across the globe. For Saudi citizens, public education is generally provided free of charge from primary school through university. In addition, thousands of international students receive fully funded scholarships to study Islamic sciences, Arabic language, medicine, engineering, science, and other disciplines. In recent years, Saudi Arabia has also invested heavily in scientific research, technology, artificial intelligence, and innovation through its Vision 2030 National Transformation Program. Political and economic influence. Saudi Arabia is a member of the G20 and plays a significant role in the global economy. As one of the world's leading energy producers, its policies have a substantial impact on international energy markets. The kingdom also works closely with Muslim nations through the Organization of Islamic Cooperation and has participated in numerous diplomatic initiatives throughout the Middle East. Humanitarian and charitable contributions. One of Saudi Arabia's most overlooked contributions is its humanitarian assistance. Through the King Salman Humanitarian Aid and Relief Center, Saudi Arabia has provided food, medicine, emergency hospitals, clean water, disaster relief, and reconstruction assistance to many countries. Indonesia, for example, received Saudi assistance following the 2004 Aceh tsunami, major earthquakes, mosque construction projects, educational programs, and numerous humanitarian initiatives. Islam strongly encourages helping others. Allah says, "Cooperate with one another in righteousness and piety." Quran 5 verse 2. Public welfare and quality of life. Many people ask whether every Saudi citizen is wealthy. The answer is no. Like any other country, Saudi Arabia has varying income levels and economic challenges. However, It maintains one of the strongest public welfare systems in the region. Public education is generally free. Government healthcare is available at little or no cost for citizens. Various social assistance programs, housing support, and family benefits are available to eligible citizens. At the same time, citizens are expected to study, work, and contribute to society. The government does not guarantee a luxurious lifestyle without personal effort. Is Saudi Arabia truly Wahhabi? The term Wahhabi is frequently used as a label and often as a criticism. Historically, it refers to the reform movement associated with Sheikh Muhammad ibn Abd al-Wahhab, who called Muslims to return to pure monotheism, Tawhid, reject all forms of shirk, and adhere to the Quran and the authentic Sunnah, according to the understanding of the Prophet's companions. Those associated with this movement generally do not identify themselves as Wahhabis. Instead, they commonly describe themselves as Ahlus Sunnah wal Jama'ah, or Salafis, emphasizing adherence to the understanding of the righteous early generations of Islam. In matters of creed, religious education, and dawah, Saudi Arabia generally teaches the methodology of Ahlus Sunnah wal Jama'ah, emphasizing Tawheed, authentic Sunnah, and the understanding of the Salaf. As with many areas of Islamic scholarship, scholars may differ on certain issues of interpretation and legal reasoning. Therefore, Muslims should evaluate ideas based on authentic evidence rather than labels. Allah says, "If you disagree over anything, refer it to Allah and the Messenger." Quran chapter 4, verse 59. The Prophet ﷺ also said, "The best of people are my generation, then those who come after them, then those who come after them," reported by Al-Bukhari and Muslim. This hadith serves as one of the primary foundations of the Salafi methodology in understanding Islam. Saudi Arabia, Palestine, Israel, and its relationship with the United States. One of the most frequently debated issues concerning Saudi Arabia is its position on Palestine, Israel, and its strategic relationship with the United States. Many people assume that because Saudi Arabia has maintained a long-standing partnership with the United States, it automatically supports every American policy toward Israel. However, the reality is more nuanced. Historically, Saudi Arabia has consistently declared its support for the legitimate rights of the Palestinian people, including the establishment of an independent Palestinian state based on the internationally recognized two-state framework, with East Jerusalem as its capital. Saudi Arabia has also repeatedly called for an end to violence against civilians and has provided humanitarian and financial assistance to the Palestinian people through various official channels. At the diplomatic level, Saudi Arabia has participated in numerous Arab and Islamic initiatives supporting the Palestinian cause. The kingdom has also stated on multiple occasions that lasting peace requires a just and comprehensive solution that guarantees the rights of the Palestinian people. At the same time, Saudi Arabia has maintained a strategic partnership with the United States for decades. This relationship encompasses security cooperation, defense, counterterrorism, energy, trade, technology, and regional stability. Like many countries, Saudi Arabia balances multiple national interests while pursuing its foreign policy objectives. Because of this partnership, Saudi Arabia is sometimes criticized by those who believe it should take a stronger or different approach toward Israel and the Palestinian issue. Others argue that maintaining diplomatic channels with major world powers enables the kingdom to contribute more effectively to regional stability and humanitarian efforts. Following the escalation of the conflict in Gaza since October 2023, Saudi Arabia publicly condemned attacks on civilians, called for an immediate ceasefire, urged the international community to facilitate humanitarian aid, and reiterated that normalization with Israel would require meaningful progress toward the establishment of an independent Palestinian state. Saudi officials have repeatedly emphasized that the Palestinian issue remains central to the kingdom's foreign policy. As Muslims, we should distinguish between verified facts, political analysis, and personal opinions. International relations are often shaped by security, economics, diplomacy, and regional realities that are not always visible to the public. Islam teaches us to uphold justice in all circumstances. Allah says, "O you who believe, stand firmly for justice as witnesses for Allah." Quran, chapter 5, verse 8. Therefore, while it is permissible to analyze and even criticize political decisions based on evidence, Muslims should avoid spreading rumors, misinformation, or accusations without proof. Our judgments should always be grounded in verified facts, fairness, and the ethical principles taught by the Quran and the authentic Sunnah. Lessons we can learn. Every nation has both strengths and shortcomings, and Saudi Arabia is no exception. Nevertheless, it is important to recognize its many contributions to the Muslim world, safeguarding the two holy mosques, serving millions of Hajj and Umrah pilgrims each year, printing and distributing millions of copies of the Quran worldwide, supporting Islamic and modern education, providing humanitarian relief, and investing in scientific and economic development. As Muslims, we are commanded to uphold justice, appreciate goodness wherever it is found, and address mistakes with knowledge, wisdom, and proper manners. May Allah protect the Muslim lands, guide their leaders to govern according to His guidance, grant victory to Muslims wherever they are, unite the hearts of the Ummah upon the Quran and the authentic Sunnah according to the understanding of the Prophet's companions, and make us steadfast upon pure Tawheed until our final breath. Ameen. Thanks for watching. See you again in the next video. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.